This video is brought to you by Longoni Cues.
Hi pool players, it's the Terminator. Welcome back to another episode of Terminator Tips. If you would ask me one stroke, one detail that separates the pros from the amateurs, it would be this stroke right here, the drag stroke. I'm going to walk you through the entire process of how it works in this video. Keep watching till the very end because I'm also going to do a giveaway again of one of the beautiful Longoni products. Now it's time to jump onto my Pro Start table and show you the drag stroke. Alright, let's start with a little bit of theory here. What is a drag stroke and why would you use it? The drag stroke is a stroke where you're going to address the cue ball with low English, so draw, but you're not going to hit it hard enough where the ball keeps rotating backwards when it hits the object ball and comes back. Instead, it's going to lose that backwards energy after a while before it hits the object ball, and then it's actually just going to roll forward. So you're drawing it, and then it's going to roll. It doesn't have the energy to spin backwards. That's a drag stroke. Then why would you use this? What's the purpose? Why would you not just roll the ball? 3 reasons. First of all, with a drag stroke, you can really kill the speed of the cue ball after contacting the object ball. This is super powerful for your position play. Second of all, with the drag stroke, you can keep more side spin energy on the cue ball. When you roll the ball and you give side spin, after a certain amount, that energy is just going to die out and the ball's going to roll straight. However, when you use the drag stroke with side spin, there's going to be much more rotating energy left on the cue ball when it gets to the object ball. So it's going to make contact with the object ball softly, but there's going to be a lot of energy with spin left on it. And that can do wonders for your position game as well. And then lastly, the third thing why you would use this is to beat the roll of the table. There's not many tables out there that roll absolutely straight. The Pro Start table does an excellent job. However, when you're far away from the ball and you have to slow roll it 7, 8 or 9 feet, there's a big chance that the cue ball might wobble and roll off a little bit. With the drag stroke, you can give more energy, so it's going to roll straighter, further down the table and give you a higher chance to stay in line. I've prepared 5 examples for you where this comes up in your game. Let me walk you through them and make you a better player. The first shot here is an example in 9 ball where we want to try to beat the roll off the table. I have a slight angle on this 8, about a half ball hit, and I'm afraid if I just slow roll it, any table on the planet could roll off on me. I want to beat that risk and play this with a drag stroke. I would always use the drag stroke on this shot. In this case, I'm not going to use any left or right. This is just a low ball, and you have to hit it quite sharp, but not hard enough where it's going to draw back. That's a good example. You can still hit it a little harder. This time I'm going to hit it slightly harder. First it starts drawing, and then when it gets to there, it starts rolling. It's much better than just rolling the ball and taking that extra 30% risk. Try this one out. This is a basic shot. Let's move on to the next one. Second example, my last shot in a game of 8 ball. I've got too much angle to just roll this in and stay here for the 8. I have to do something creative. I'm afraid that if I put some left spin on this ball and try to get here, that I can be hooked behind the 4 and the 2. I'm also afraid that if I run into these balls, I might catch the wrong side and maybe also get hooked or get on the wrong side of the 8 without leaving me a shot. But here is the beauty of the drag stroke. I can kill this ball even without any spin, no left, no right, just low. And look what's going to happen. This is a thing of beauty. Just a low ball. You start with a draw, and then it's going to roll. Look how soft I can hit that ball. Gives me a shot on the 8, no hanger, but I can cut it in and still win the game. First try, have some fun with this, practice. Here's the third example, and this time we're gonna add some side spin. This is a powerful and beautiful shot to watch and even better to execute. Game of 9 ball, we're on the 1, 2's there, 3 here. Hard to play position for the 2 to get the correct angle. We could try to run into the 8, very risky, but with the drag stroke we can kill this cue ball with left spin and just get it off the rail into this area for an angle on the 2. You think this is not doable, but because we have to apply left spin, that means we're going to get throw on the 1, so we actually need to hit it thicker. And then with the drag, it's like a double play. The cue ball is going to slow down, plus you make thicker contact, so you're not actually hitting it here like the ghost ball, but you're hitting it fuller, so you're not going to get much movement out of the cue ball. Very beautiful to watch. Let me demonstrate. This is low left. You have to experiment with the speed a little bit. On newer equipment, it's easier. Watch that. That's the first try. I'm going to show you one more. When you practice this and you get this down, this brings you to another level. If you start controlling these balls and you can show this to your opponent, you really know what you're doing. Here we go. Second try. Little bit more left spin this time to get it somewhat more away from the 8. Check that out. That is just a thing. Oh, I'm touching the 3 foul. That is just a thing of beauty. Practice this shot. See where your limitations are and your boundaries, what you can control, the distance of the cue ball. Do the work. I'm not going to hold your hand and shoot every shot for you and show you every example. It's you on the table experimenting with this. I'm giving you the tools. I'm opening your eyes. Now it's up to you to do the work on this shot and put it in your bag. Power. Example number 4, another game of 8 ball. We're in some trouble. We're on our last stripe, the 14, but the 8's blocked for that corner. We have to try to play it in the same pocket, but if we just roll this ball with a little bit of spin, there's a big chance that we're coming up into this area. Very tough cut. Why? Because when we roll it with that spin, the spin is going to evaporate almost once it gets to the 14. However, when we use the drag stroke with spin, there's going to be way more energy left because we can hit it about 30% harder, 30 to 40%, and there's a big chance that you get an easier shot on the 8. Let me demonstrate. If the cue ball was a clock, I would hit it at 4 o'clock now. Maximum right spin with low. Try to make a fairly thick hit on the 14. Look at that. The spin is still there. So instead of being in this area, now we have a very playable shot on the 8. I mean, this is power. That's a perfect example of the drag stroke. Go to work on this. Let me know in the comments. So for this 5th and final example, I took a shot from the Dutch Championships versus Mark Bijsterbos last January 2024. I thought this would be the most advanced drag shot example I can show you. You can see it in the video here from the match that I'm stuck with this really tough cut shot and I opt for the drag shot. And I want to show you my thought process, why I take this shot, why I'm shooting with low instead of just rolling the ball. The shot was successful. I got on the 3, I ran the rack, but why did I not just roll the ball with spin or very little spin or no spin? What was going on with this shot? Let's take it to the pool table here. First off, I'm faced with this thin shot on the 1, but the 11's partially blocking it, yes or no. It's very tricky if I'm gonna make contact with the 11 and make a foul if I have to hit that side of the 1. That would be a disaster. So I'm thinking I need to go to this side of the table for a shot on the 3 and make the 8 in the side and win the rack. So I have to put right spin on it. But as we spoke about before, for me to give right spin on this ball, and maintaining it on the cue ball with a roll shot, I have to hit it so hard, as you can see in the example here, the cue ball is going to get away from me. I have to use spin to throw this one ball in and pocket the ball. That's the first thing. So I need to apply a lot of juice to be on the cue ball. That's the problem. I can't just roll this ball. It's going to get away from me. If I hit it softer, like you see in the example here, I'm going to miss the ball. It's not going to throw enough. So I need a lot of juice, but I also have to tame the speed of the cue ball. And that's where the drag stroke is your best option. That's going to keep the spin on the ball while taming the speed of the ball. So I have the shot set up right here. I need that right spin juice to get to that side of the table and make the ball. But I also have to tame the speed, therefore the drag. So this would be about 4 o'clock. Still scary looking at it from here, because it feels like you almost have to bend it around at 11. You have to throw that one in. Look at that. See the nice breaking speed of the cue ball? That's a super advanced example of the drag stroke. Practice this one in your pool room. Set it up thinner and thinner. See where your boundaries are, and you're gonna be a master at this very soon. All right, here's the moment you've all been waiting for, the giveaway contest for the great Longoni Giotto case. This is the one I play with. Come have a look. It looks just like this. I've helped design this because I wanted the bags where you keep your stuff on the inside. This material is neoprene, the diving material, really high quality. It's 2x4, you have 4 shafts, you have your butts here, my beautiful flames cue, and then here are the pockets where you can hold your jump, the rear piece of your jumper, extension, cloth, and here you can hold your chalk and all your other gadgets. So it's worth over 650 euro. So this is a nice giveaway by Pierluigi Longoni for you guys supporting the YouTube channel. This baby right here can be yours. There's only 3 rules to this competition. Number 1, you have to like this video. Press that big thumbs up by the video. That's 1. Number 2, you have to put your name in the comments. Otherwise, I cannot pick you as a winner. So that's number 2. And lastly, share the video with a friend or with as many people that you like. And then after a few weeks, I'm going to pick the winner live on social media. And we're going to pick this case for somebody and send it over to you ASAP. So remember the 3 rules. Get going. And I will see you in the next video. There you go, pool fans. This stroke is a weapon. Take this with you to the pool room, start putting it into play, and you will get amazing results. Let me know in the comments how it's going for you. Don't forget to check out all the other great content on the channel. There's playlists and topics for everybody. And remember, if you're finally ready to start practicing the most important part of your game, the mental side, head over to the Terminator College and join the many hundreds that are already studying there right now. See you in the next episode.